welcome to the Knitting Project. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family. Today is Thursday the 9th of May 2024 and this is episode 151. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me, and welcome to any new viewers. This is a very spontaneous, I literally decided 5 seconds ago I was going to do this podcast. I have got a vlog. I was going to do Vlogmaze, which I know my lovely friend Gaynor is doing from Tales of Cuckoo Land, and I believe Rachel is doing from So Ray Me, which I haven't had a chance to watch yet. But why do I think I can do a daily vlog series? It's not going to happen. However, I have got some vlog footage of my time away in Wales at the weekend, and I'm also going away for a night tomorrow. No, Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. Saturday. So I might try and smush all that together and put that out as a bonus episode next week. But if I get my act together, I'm going to record this in a one shot, hopefully. And then I'm going to put this up for my usual Sunday slot, which is exciting. I have got a few things to show you, and that is the reason I wanted to podcast. So I'm going to start with finished objects, and I've got a major one. That's my lovely friend Belinda, who we both challenged each other to finish a garment, and she finished her lovely cardigan. If you don't watch her, she's Bell and Stitch. Please do go and check her out. She's lovely. I love her vlogs / podcasts. And she finished her cardigan, and I have finished, would you believe it, after all this time, I have finished my understated. I am so pleased with this. This has got to be one of the most favourite things I've ever knit. It's washed, it's blocked, the ends are woven in, and I love it. Now I have got some footage of me mucking about video wise, so I'll put that in, because for once here in the UK it's lovely and sunny and it's actually quite warm. So I don't really want to put on a heavy jumper, but I just love it. So this is the understated. It is a pattern by Joji Locatelli, and I've knit it in DK weight yarn, and this colour here is called Poodle Paws, and this is I think the Orange Gradient mini set, both from Lay Family Yarn. Oh, it's just so drapey and wonderful, and oh, I adore it. It's definitely the favourite thing, my favourite thing I've knit that I would wear. And oh yeah, it was a slog at the end, I'm not going to lie. I had got to the stage where I was going round and round and round for days on the body, and that's where I stalled. And that's when having a friend that goes, come on, we can do it, is just amazing. And Belinda really was my cheerleader for this. So thank you, Belinda, for cheering me on. And yeah, so that's my first finished object, and I'm so excited that's finished. My next finished object, which I don't think will be a surprise. Now, although these are on the blockers, they're not dry. These are the Wildflower and Honeycomb socks, which is a beautiful pattern from This Handmade Life. And it's just so perfect for little summer or spring maybe socks. I love this little pattern. I love the heel pattern, so that's your honeycomb, and then they're your wildflowers. And with this yarn, it's just like they were made for each other, these two. They really were. So the yarn is Apricot Lemonade, and it's again by my lovely friend Kelly, Lay Family Yarn. Although I believe this one's a Nick. I think Nick dyed this one, and it's just beautiful. And the Kelly's shop is on holiday temporarily, but I'm sure when she's back you'll be able to get some if you want to, because it is a current colourway. and I love it so much. It's so pretty. There are 2 of them. I have made 2. There's one, there's the other. Oh, notes to self: do not decide to record a podcast after you've put a post up on Instagram, because all I'm seeing is notifications saying people have liked my post, which is lovely, don't get me wrong, thank you for liking my post, but it's really distracting. So yeah, I'm really pleased I got these finished. They are so lovely, and I wanted to podcast because I would like to wear them, so I wanted to put them on a podcast. This is not going to be a long podcast. So current whips, and I've been working on my Shisui Shrug. I've done a lot of work on that. That's my next garment I want to get off my needles. Actually, I will show it to you. Hold on. I wasn't going to show it to you because you've seen it so many times before, but maybe there's some new viewers around. So this is my Shisui Shrug. It's living in my bag from So Sweet Violet, which, oh, it's so sad, I'm getting it dirty. I don't want to get it dirty, but that's the downside of using these things. Oh look, I'm in the middle of a row. Of course I am. So this is it. This is the Shisui Shrug. I can't remember who it's by, but I will put a link below. And it's part of its brioche. So I'm actually doing some brioche knitting in a garment, which I never thought I'd do in a million years. I really thought I was never going to master brioche, but between doing, I did the Brioche Adventures wrap. If you ever want to start brioche, the Brioche Adventures wrap is a really good idea. The only thing I would say is make sure you use 2 really contrasting colours so you can see which row you're on, because it makes such a difference. I didn't start that wrap like that. I used quite similar colours and I found it quite difficult, but when I ripped that out and then went and started with 2 very contrasting colours, I got it really easily. So I would really recommend, if you want to start to learn brioche, I'd recommend the Brioche Adventures pattern by Yonatan, there we are, Yonatan Tallow it's by. And yeah, that's a brilliant pattern to start with. And doing that has allowed me to knit this. So this is the Shisui Shrug. I might as well look up who that's by now I'm on here, mightn't I? Then I won't have to worry about linking it. Suzanne Sommer, Sommer, Sommer. And the way she writes her pattern, it's so easy to follow. So I can guarantee pretty much if you can do brioche, if you've done the Brioche Adventure wrap, this is easy. And she makes it very easy for you to learn how to do the increases. Don't think I've had any decreases in this, but you do have decreases in the Brioche Adventure wrap. Part of it is also just garter stitch. I mean, it's not, because it's flat garter stitch, so you have to know which row you're on, but it's actually quite easy because on the brioche knit rows, this is a knit, and on the brioche purl rows, so if you're barking, it's a knit, and if you're burping, it's a purl. So it's actually quite easy to follow. And then the increases are all the same. So in this I'm using different skeins of yarn. So that was the first colour, and that's kind of gone into this colour because they're quite similar. It's not a jarring change, it's quite a blendy change. And then once I finished that one, it's all dandelion and dogwood yarn, so that's that one I'm on now. And if I still need yarn after that, I have this one, which again is quite blendy. And that has got a pop of green on it that the other one hasn't got, and the other one had a pop of purple in it that none of the others have. So they're all slightly different, but quite similar. I don't know whether I'll need any more than this. I may only need this. I have got to do sleeves though, and I unusually for me haven't done the sleeves before I finish the body, which I might actually work on the sleeves and get them done, because I think the sleeves would look better if they were done in this. So I might actually take that. I might just take that off and start working on the sleeves. I might do that later. Haven't worked on the sleeves yet. Don't know how easy they're going to be. I am slightly concerned because obviously I'm joining in a brioche section, but equally I expect she's going to hold my hand with that and it should be okay. Right, then my other current whip is hanging out in my little Sherry Iris bag. You can see that there's a definite move towards summer in my projects and kind of my yarn and everything. Now there's a little bit of a story behind these socks. Back in 2019 I badly hurt my back and I had to take diazepam. I'm not great on diazepam. It makes me very sleepy, and it interferes with my mental capacity, which I wasn't aware of until I tried to knit these socks. So these are the Country Garden socks, which is a pattern by Ellie Jones, who is the host of Craft House Magic podcast and the Dye Behind Craft House Magic yarn. I loved these when I finally got to knit them. They are my favourite socks to wear, and I love this yarn. It's definitely up there in my top 3 yarns. It's such a pretty colourway. I've gone for sparkle this time. I don't know whether I had sparkle last time or not. I can't remember. But I bought a second sock set because I loved the colour so much and I wanted another pair of these. So just to mix it up a little bit, as you can see, these are done. There's a 2x2 rib at the top, then there's trellis work in the middle there, and it's got this beautiful butterfly effect down the foot with a contrasting heel, which has got a little pattern on it, and a toe. Ellie's pattern is super clear. There's charts, or I think, is there charts and words? Or is it just charts? I think it might be just charts. That's got charts and words. I don't know whether I've got all the pattern here. Bear with. No, there is definitely words as well. So there's charts and words. Sorry about that. That's the ball band, and I'm using her English Country Garden sock set in 75% Superwash Merino, 20% nylon and 5% Stellina, and it's called English Country Garden. And that's the main skein. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. That's very true to life. And then that's the little contrasting mini. And I nearly had this off the needles. This is sock 1, but I didn't quite get the toe finished last night. So to make this into a shorty sock, which I wanted to do, I put my own little twist on it, and I've done a little roll top. So I've done a 7 round, I should say, stocking stitch roll top, then gone into the trellis work. I've done the same heel with the same pattern on the heel as Ellie's got in the pattern, and then the butterfly pattern down the foot, and I'm now just doing the toe. Because it's cabled, Ellie advises you to go up a stitch count size from your normal size. So instead of this being 60, it's 64, and I'm on a 2.5 millimeter Chalgo needle, and I'm hoping I will just cast off that toe tonight. And what I'd like to do is cast off the toe, cast on the roll, so that I've started the second sock. But yeah, I really love it. I'm in love with this colourway. I don't know whether it's one of Eddie's current ones or not, but oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. There was a whole set of Country Garden bits and pieces. I think there was a hat. It's useful having this up behind you. Just showing you're getting a close-up of me each time I go through. Yeah, Country Garden cowl, mittens and beret set, which Ellie kindly gifted to me. Actually, I might have a go at those mitts because they would be lovely. Ooh, I might have to go do the mitts. All the possibilities. They'd make such nice Christmas presents, wouldn't they? Oh, there you go. I may very well be doing some more of these very shortly. But that's what I was doing when I was away. I am loving the shorty patterned socks at the moment. That is all my knitting. I have got some Happy Mail. I have some unopened Happy Mail. So these two will be hot off the press and opened today. And they are clubs, so I will warn you about those. But this is the other I have got. These are not clubs. And I've got some little bits from Jules. So we'll start with those because they're small and cute. I mean, that's not small and cute. That is a friction pen, which I needed because I have run out of mine. Took me a while to work out how to use it, but the clip slides on it. I was like, come on, you're fairly intelligent. You should be able to work out how to use a pen. I needed some needle stoppers for my shrug, because that, I will say, these will be worth your weight in gold. These are cute little donut ones from So Sweet Violet. If you decide to do that, to keep, I would recommend these highly to keep your stitches on the cable. There are a lot of stitches on there now, and even the little brioche stitches are quite loose, so they slide off so easily, and picking up brioche is a mission. So I would recommend these little needle stoppers highly for this particular project. The more you can put on there, the better. So I was a couple short, so I grabbed a couple from Jules, So Sweet Violet. I also had a little white fluffy pom-pom for one of my socks when I was as a progress keeper, and then when I wanted to do the second one, I wanted another one, so I've picked up a little pink one to go with my white one, and a tin of, I needed some with lace socks. I always use a lot of stitch markers. I always section off the lace with stitch markers because it keeps me honest. I use a lot of stitch markers and I use row counters with it. But I love these ones. These are the ones I tend to use the most. They are little crystal ones. Again, I got most of these from So Sweet Violet. But also I would needed to grab a few more because I couldn't find my, at the time I couldn't find my crystal ones. I have now since found them, but these are little bunnies. I thought, oh, how cute are they? Just a little bunny. So I'm going to keep them for socks. Right, I'm going to pause you for a moment. Right, sorry about that. Okay, so next up, I couldn't resist this when I saw this. This is Good versus Evil, and it's a colourway. There's nothing evil about this colourway. Can I just say? It's from, this is a 50 gram main skein and a 20 gram mini skein, and it's from Giddy Yarns. And when I saw it on her website, I just had to have it. I think I saw it on Instagram actually first, and then yeah, it's just, I mean, it's just yelling somewhere at me. Yeah, oh, it's just beautiful. The speckles, if I turn that bit over, oh, look at that bit there. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? And that bit, it's just so pretty. So yeah, that's Good versus Evil. And I'm in love. I am absolutely in love with this skein of yarn. It's beautiful. So this is definitely going to be socks. And I had the same reaction to this. Now, I don't buy this yarn very often because it comes from Ireland. It is a bit pricey. And it's not my favourite yarn to knit with, but it's gorgeous. So this is Hedgehog Fibres. And it's called Lovebird. And it was their April colourway. And, well, you can see why I bought it, can't you? It's just so me, isn't it? All these speckles. Just look at all those. Oh, and yeah, I saw it on the website and I was just like, so this is actually my Easter present. It's beautiful. Love it so much. So yes, this again is going to be socks. It's quite woolly. It's a 90% merino, 10% nylon. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of softer and woollier. Plumper maybe is the word. But yeah, I love it. Right, and these two you're gonna have to wait for me to open. And if you've got the Spectrum Fibres mini skein and main skein club for last month, that literally has landed in my mailbox today. So this should be April's, although obviously arriving in May. I know at least one person who's watching this has this club, so please do look away if you haven't opened yours. Unless you want to be spoiled, I guess. But it's well and truly in there. There we go, with these are the mini skeins. Right, so this is Spectrum Fibre in the Tropics, and it is the mini skein club. Sorry, let me just turn that off. Oh. And this one is Parrotfish on the Reef, and it's the Tropics Yarn Club April. So if you've not opened yours, look away for a little while. I'll try not to do too much of a description about it because, you know, that's if you're just listening. But look, isn't that lovely? I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I really don't, but they're so much fun. I feel that they need to go in a, you can look back now, I feel like they need to go in a project together. I mean, they'd make some great scrappy socks, but I've got, this is the last sock set that I've got. I'm just gonna, oh goodness me, someone's not giving up. Oh, okay, why are we not going away? Bear with me a moment. Right, so finally I've got my full skein from the Spectrum Fibre April Club. So if you've got that and you've not looked at yours yet, please do look away now. So this is the full skein of Parrotfish on the Reef, and there's me saying, oh, I'm just going to go with the minis, and then this, I would have been so upset if I'd missed out on this. I love it so much. This is the main skein. Do you get the impression I've really moved into my neon stage now? Sort of pastel neon, is that a thing? I don't know. But oh, I love it so much. So pretty. And this is 100 gram skein, and it is 80% merino and 20% nylon. And again, yeah, Parrotfish on the Reef. Oh, so pretty. Right, you can look back now. So that is it from me this week. as I said, if I get my act together, there will be a Welsh vlog from where I was away in Wales. I'm going to sit here and get that all uploaded and things in a little while. And yeah, I have a real urge to work on scrappy trainer socks. I wore a pair the other day which I absolutely adore. They were just an ad hoc. I'm using my voice, I'm really sorry, excuse me a moment, I haven't got much left. It's wonky water. Goodness me. Yeah, I wore this pair the other day, and they're just made from literal odds and ends of all sorts of yarn. They don't match at all, except for the fact they're knit in the same style. And they're the most comfortable socks, and they're so pretty, and they're ones that I keep reaching for. And they're not even like they're my colours particularly. They're quite dark colours, although there are lighter colours in with them. Actually, hold on, I may have them. Funnily enough, they were hanging up on the washing line. So these are the ones I'm talking about. They've just got a little roll on the top, just a tiny roll, nothing big, slip stitch heel, just a little wedge toe, and then all these different minis that are just bits and pieces that I've thrown together. They're not supposed to be cohesive, they don't match, but I love them. And that's sock 1. This is how different it is, and this is sock 2. Yeah, I really like them. Have they got the same? Oh, I think they have. So they do match slightly. Oh no, that toe definitely doesn't. That toe 100% does not match. I was about to say, oh, they've got the same colour changes, but they actually haven't, because that is definitely 100% a solid toe, and that most definitely has a little different one at the end there. And yeah, it's crazy, but these are the ones I keep reaching for. And like I said, not really. I mean, I guess that one's more my colours maybe than that one. But they've both got darker colours in them. And this little roll top, and they're so comfortable. And I mean, that one's got a little bit of sparkle in it. I didn't know better. I'd say that's part of my Penguono, not Penguono, Shusiri Shrug. But yeah, so I want to make more of these. And they are just literally using my odds and ends, and I have a giant back there somewhere odds and ends tub. So I have grabbed out, I haven't done any work on this, which I haven't really shown it to you. So this is my So Sweet, no, So Me, there we go, bag, and it's got my litmus cowl in it, which this is what I'm working on. And again, this is all scraps. These are all scraps, and I've started a pair of scrappy socks from the scraps from my litmus cowl. And I'm tempted to carry on with this project so I can make more scrappy socks. And then I also want to do a cozy memory blanket with all the finished object stuff, because I've got so many things like my wildflower socks that I finished and my Herkle Durkle ones I finished, which would be really nice to have in a blanket. So I've got so many projects, and I don't really know what I'm doing with my life, because I don't knit my square in the mornings anymore because I'm doing my puzzle. I find it hard to get my square a day in, except fact I'm sure if I set it all up and it was by my desk, I could do it while I'm waiting on calls and things. But we'll see. We will see. Anyway, if you want to see the mess I have just created in recording this podcast, there is stuff everywhere. It's just gone. I mean, I have to say, that's actually quite impressive. really is quite impressive. Oh, I think I have a visitor. I can hear somebody in the kitchen. Right, on that note, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. I'll certainly see you in a Wales vlog. These next few clips are from a trip to Beachy Head, which is near Eastbourne in Kent. Ian and I went for part of our wedding anniversary celebrations, in actual fact, and took Raven for a walk on the cliff tops. One evening after I finished work, that was a good bit of camera work there, Sharon. I really wanted to get out of the house, so we decided we'd head over to Ashdown Forest. And the sun was very nice and gave us a sunset. So this is a much speeded up sunset, I have to say. And Belinda, a little bit of a warning, this is the music that Bilbo likes to sing to. Enjoy. Everyone, it's Friday the 26th of April and it is our 10th wedding anniversary, so we're off out today. We're heading really We're heading to the Isle of Grain. We've got 2 dogs with us. We have Zelda visiting today. And we're heading there because that is going to be the best of the weather on the Kent coast. But there's a few things being against us with this trip today. Not least of which is the fact that it's high tide when we get there. And obviously we wanted to give the dogs a run on the beach. Mother Nature at its finest there. So we're heading off from here. It's going to take an hour to get there. It's not too long at all.
I didn't really want me to show that, but
Hold on, I have to turn around. There we go.
there we go. We're going around the M25 before Dartford, or we're going to cut across that way, which is 6 minutes slower, and going to the Isle of Grain. Start.
So I know that Gravesend area is really bad at the moment because the guys keep complaining about it at work.
So you're suggesting the 6 minute slow one might be better?
Yeah.
Which is that way?
But that's a prettier route. So do we risk it for a biscuit and say...
Well, I mean, it says it's 6 minutes faster, so I mean, to be completely honest...
If it changes,
we'll have to change our mind. Yeah, exactly.
So we're going. Let's hold you down here because I always do this to Porian as he's trying to get out of the drive. Oh, everybody's coming now.
We live on a busy road, so it would seem.
Well, it's certainly not quiet as much as we'd like it to be. So yeah, we're heading off. I have got, of course, knitting with me. I've got my understated, and it's the only thing I brought with me, so I'm going to have to knit on it. That's one way of making sure I get it finished. And yeah, we've got Raven and Zelda in the back. Hopefully Zelda will settle in a minute. There she is, look at her. What a lovely little picture that is. See if I can screenshot that for her mummy.
Oh, she's looking the other way now. Zelda! Oh look, we got Raven as well now.
Oh, I can't see Raven, but I can see Zelda. Bless them. Do not swear, I've got the camera out now. Oh dear.
Of course.
So it's really early. Oh, it's early for me, it's like 6 o'clock or 12 minutes past 6 now, and we're going to a balloon meet in the rain because that's what we do. But I have got some knitting with me. I am now on the ribbing of this, so I'm nearly at the end. I have only got a little bit of yarn left to use, that's it. So we'll see how much ribbing that gives me, and let's see if I can get it done on this journey. It's quite a long journey, it's a good hour, so should get a couple of hours knitting on it at some point. And yeah, it's raining. Even the best of them can have camera issues. She's going to get in my shot, isn't she? Yep, and she needs to get out of the way of the wires. That's a cute balloon. It's got Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Roo and things on it. We've done our bit. I nearly got squished by the basket, so I'm legitimately sitting in the car doing the knitting. I'm still on my ribbing and watching YouTube videos. I have been given the permission just to laze around, but yeah, it was intense for a while. Our balloon was getting very badly blown around, and I think tomorrow I'm going to know all about it. I'm fairly certain I have a very sore elbow, some very sore tummy muscles, but quite frankly I'm lucky not to be squished, so I might have to just be grateful that that's all that happened.